What's going on, y'all? Today is a crazy day. If you live in Los Angeles right now, today is a crazy day. The entire city is on fire. There's fires in Los Angeles County, from Topanga Canyon, Orange County, Inland Empire. There's fires everywhere. And, people are talking about how the buildings are being burned down. And we see that a lot of people are losing their homes, losing their sense of security, their livelihood, things that they've worked for their entire lives. And it really brought me back to a point about getting away from materialism. Everybody's talking about that homes that are getting burned down, but there are companies like State Farm that have canceled homeowners insurance policies due to escalating risk of wildfires here in California. And when you start thinking about this kind of stuff, when you start thinking about how companies have essentially conned us into living for material possessions that insurance companies can't guarantee that they'll pay for. There's no guarantees in life. So when you start thinking about the idea of how you want to live and what your dream life look like, do you really want a big house that might burn down? Do you want to spend the next 10 years of your life saving up to buy a big old mansion so that you could stay inside the house all day? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to focus 40 to 50 hours a week of your time intensively so that you can pay for a big house that you probably will never pay off in the next 30 years? These fires can put things into perspective. And I believe that there is a rebirth happening all around the world, socially, politically, spiritually. A lot of things are happening, and we're making a lot of realizations. As inflation continues to rise, we're starting to see that maybe we are valuing the wrong things. And it's like, I don't like to address things from the perspective of what everyone should do, what the world should do. But when I speak on these videos, I'm speaking for me, and I know that there might be people who watch this video that this message might resonate with. But like, as for me, being someone who earlier in life, I didn't enjoy my life the way that I could have. I feel like I wish I would have stayed in college, not even necessarily because I think degrees are useful, but because I feel like I missed out on a vast number of memories and a vast number of friendships that I would have built, and things that are more valuable than money if I would have stayed in certain social climates longer. Because for me, it's like, when I was 21 years old, my family started facing some different hardships, and I ended up leaving the college I was at and moving back to my hometown because my family had a lot going on. So I'm like, I needed to be close to family. So when I think about that, from that point on, I started focusing more on money than anything else. And I feel like I spent my early 20s just pursuing money, reading all these different books, Napoleon Hill books, the Think and Grow Rich and the Compound Effect, all these books that I was hoping was going to show me how to be rich so that I could have as many material possessions as I liked and be able to do whatever I want and had no limitations. And while I don't think that you need to put limitations on what you can achieve, I think that you should put limitations on how you want to go about achieving those things more than anything. And that's kind of what this video is about, is putting into perspective and allowing all these natural disasters that we see happening around the country as a chance to initiate your own version of a rebirth in your life, and a chance to reevaluate what you think is important to you, and a chance to reevaluate how you want to go about getting the things that you want in life. Because sometimes we might choose a path that we're giving up something more valuable in pursuit of just material gain. And for me, bringing it back to these LA fires, You know, there's people who have placed a lot of value in living in homes that may have been passed down to them. Now they're displaced without a sense of home. But spiritually speaking, that's why I think it's so important. Like when they say your home is where your heart is, I want to be rich in relationships. I want to be able to travel around the world and have real, authentic, close connections to people from all races, backgrounds, and nations of the world. You know, just because I've decided to live my life in such a way where, you know, I have good karma and I've sown positive seeds in so many different places and just created authentic, good-hearted, loving experiences with so many different people that, you know, if I want to go to a different state or a different country, you know, I have people that I can stay with there and I can partake in the cultural customs. Because to me, when I think about having a rich experience, I don't think about all of the program, delusional marketing promotion bullshit that you see on social media. You think about going to Nobu's or going in out of the country to buy yourself some designer clothes. It's like, you know, the older I get, you know, you start to realize that buying designer clothes to some degree is almost like a projection of needing to create a symbol for your financial status that people can see. It's like you need people to see that you belong to a certain financial status, which is fine. And it serves different marketing purposes. And I get the whole thing. But honestly and truthfully, like I'm getting to a point in life where I desire to have rich experiences. I want to try foods from places that I've never been. You know, I want to see parts of the world that I've never seen. I want to swim in oceans that I've never swam in. I don't really think about, you know, at 30 years old, wanting to be like, yo, like, I really want to go to this place and like go to the hottest club and like dance all night and sleep with a stranger. You know, like the older I get, I just feel like the wealth of relationships comes from the authenticity and having interests that go beyond small-minded ideas like sex, dating, relationship titles. Like, I think that people are so caught up in the titles, what things look like, and how they can market things in their content, that we really forget to show up and be ourselves 100% every day and like present the part of ourselves to the world that is really real. Like, I know I watch content online too, but like for the last couple of days, I've been really avoiding watching other people's content, and I'm making videos myself to post for you guys. But like, I haven't really been watching other people's content. And what I'm realizing is how much other people's content can influence the way that we are perceiving the world. But the more that I spend time with myself, you know, the questions I start to think are like, it's like, what part of this world where everything is about producing marketable and entertaining content, like, when do people show up for themselves? And it's like, do these internet personas, do any of these people whose content that I like, am I seeing a real version of them? Like, does that really exist anymore? Because I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one that really does show up as me every day. Like, I really show up as me every day. I'm not here to pull a facade on anybody's eyes, and I'm really not concerned with like trying to portray some internet image so I can be cool or fit in or like, you know, attract different type of women. Like, I really want my friends to like me for me. I want a woman to like me for me. You know, like, I want my business partners to really be interested in my project. Like, I'm in a period of my life where I want to avoid all circumstances where people are playing any kind of manipulative games, because I live in a mindset of abundance. I live in a mindset where I know that there is more than enough for us to be able to collaborate and share the resources that we acquire together. Like, I don't live in a limited frame of mind where I feel like I have to get over on the next individual for us to create success together. I'm beyond this kind of thinking. And so I know that there's other people that are like me out there who feel the way that I feel, who feel like, man, I don't resonate with the fake, and it's hard to have friendships, connections, and it's hard to figure out where you want to show up in the world, because you feel like the world is fraudulent. The world is one big marketing scheme. And when you unplug from the marketing scheme, it's like, wow, there's few people who are trying to live and cultivate an authentic space. So moving forward, I'm about to get off this video. This video is way too long. I can't keep you guys on this video all goddamn day. I just want to say, when you're seeing all these natural disasters happening everywhere, just keep in mind what's really valuable to you. Maybe spending all your time pursuing wealth is keeping you from having meaningful relationships with your family, or with your children, or with the people who are important to you in life. And if you have a vested interest in really bringing your community together, your family together, and you start making it a point to show up in people's lives that you love and value, the experience that you'll feel in life will be different. It'll change. So remind yourself of what you truly value, and make 2025 about having a rebirth period where you truly let your actions reflect what you value, and prove that to yourself. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope this video was something to be, something to be heard, and you got something from it that is pushing you forward in some way to have a rebirth, a chapter in 2025. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. All right, make sure you subscribe, hit the like video if you was feeling this video. I'll appreciate it. Help me get to my first 1,000 subscribers. Catch you guys later. Peace.